Once upon a time, there lived a wise and master in a peaceful monastery nestled in the hills. He lived with many of his disciples who sought his wisdom and guidance to progress in their spiritual and personal lives. One day, a curious disciple approached the master and asked, "Master, how can we progress in our lives and become better individuals?" The master listened gently, and after a moment of thought replied, "Come, let us take a walk to the marketplace. There we might find your answer." The disciple eagerly followed the master. After some time, as they walked through the bustling market, they came across a porter sitting by his wheel. The porter was skillfully shaping a lump of clay into a beautiful pot. The disciple was captivated by the transformation of the shapeless lump into something so elegant, unable to contain his curiosity. The disciple turned to his master and said, "Master, how is it that this porter can mold the clay so skillfully into such a beautiful pot?" The master smiled and said, "Let us ask him directly." The two approached the porter, and the disciple humbly asked, "How do you create something so wonderful from a simple lump of clay?" The porter, past his work, smiled kindly and replied, "The secret lies in the clay itself. When the clay is soft and willing to be shaped, I can mold it into any form I desire. But if the clay is hard and resistant, then no amount of skill can shape it." The beauty of the port comes from the clay's willingness to change. The disciple listened carefully, his mind beginning to find wisdom in the porter's words. Thanking the porter, the master and his disciple continued their walk. As they left the marketplace, the master turned to the disciple and said, "Did you hear the porter answer? It is also answer to your question. When the clay is flexible and open, it can be molded into something remarkable in our life. Being adaptable and open to change is very important for our growth and success. We need to be flexible and willing to adjust to new situations and learn from every experience. When we are open to change, we can turn challenges into opportunities and handle life's challenges more easily. On the other hand, if we stay and unwilling to change, we limit our progress and hold ourselves back. By being adaptable, we can grow, improve, and make the most of what life brings us. The disciple noted, understanding the wisdom in the master's words. From that day onward, he resolved to embrace adaptability in his life. Staying flexible and open to change, he decided he would adjust to situations, learn from every experience, and use life's challenges as stepping stones to grow into a better version of conclusion himself. If we see in our lives, we will find that just as clay can only be shaped into something beautiful when it is soft and willing to change, our lives too can be molded into something extraordinary when we remain flexible and adaptable. Life brings changes to guide us towards growth and new opportunities, much like the porter shaping clay on his wheel. If we resist these changes and hold on to rigidity, we miss the chance to evolve and progress. However, when we embrace change with an open mind, we can turn challenges into stepping stones for growth. Change is the eternal law of life. It is inevitable and constant. So when life brings change, embrace it with grace and adapt yourself to the new circumstances, because flexibility empowers you to rise above challenges, discover new paths, and transform you into the person you are meant to be.